Good day, everyone. My name is Judy Armontoya Jr., second year college, and taking the Bachelor in Physical Education. Today, we will discuss about basic concept, rules, and regulations of individual and dual sports. Sports is an activity that requires physical actions and skills where individual or team compare a set of rules. We have three classifications in sports. First, individual. Second, dual, and third, team sports. So what do you mean by these three classifications? Individual sports are played by one participant on each competing side. Dual sports are played by two competing pairs, while team sports are played with three or more players. At the end of this lesson, we will be able to learn the basic concepts and regulations of individual and dual sports, learn the health benefits acquired in engaging sports activities, know the four basic concepts of sports, and know the safety measures. Basic concept, rules, and regulations of individual and dual sports. Rules provide an agreement of understanding to competition. In sports, rules define what is allowed or not allowed to occur during situations on and off the court. Rules govern anything from wearing proper uniforms to how to keep score during games of different levels of competition. Question: why does rules and regulations plays an important role in every game? Rules ensure that a game is played fair and in proper terms. It also helps ensure the safety of the players, preventing serious injuries. Without rules, the game could be chaos. Individual sports could include, for example, boxing, MMA, and swimming. But with individual sport, you can't hide behind teammates. Below are some examples of sport in this category. Individual sports: swimming, darts, fencing, golf, ice skating, rodeo events, boxing, tennis, football, and snooker. In individual sports, no partner is required to compete or play the game, while dual sports are sports that require two players on each side. Some sports, such as tennis, can fall into both categories. Sports are competitive physical activities and games. Develop physical skills and acquire knowledge of efficient and create movement through participation in sequential program or varied activities and develop an appreciation for the value of this type of movement. The feat is extremely rare at the professional level of any team sports. We have four basic concepts of sports. First, play. Second, leisure. Third, games. And fourth is competition. Play. Play refers to amusement engaged freely for fun and devoid of constraints. Yes, because when we play, we are freely to expose or express our talents in sports. Leisure. Leisure is the freedom from work or responsibilities so that time may or not be used for physical activity. Leisure time is the time left from work. Leisure is an attitude of freedom or release from demands of daily life. And third, games. Games, any form of playful competition whose outcome is determined by physical skill, strategy, or chance employed singly or in a combination, usually implying winners or losers, individual or team, formal or informal, may be governed by rules. Difference between games and sports. Not all games are sport, but sport is always a game. A. Games derive from play. With the healthy brain stimulation, development of problem solving skills, and it helps us stress relief. B. Games involve competition. What is considered a competitive game? Competitive games are those in which players play against one another and where one player winning means another player loses. Two-player games are often competitive, with a distinct win or lose outcome. Two-team games often have the same pattern, where one team winning means the other team loses. But we have to be sportsmanship. C. Game outcome is determined by skill, strategy, and sometimes chance. Yes, an outcome is a situation which results from a combination of players' strategies. Sports are games that involve a combo of physical skills and strategy. Games primarily based on chance are not sports. Sports outcomes may at times be influenced by a target games, court or net games, sector or striking and fielding games. Sports are physical activities governed by formal or informal rules that involve competition against an opponent or oneself and are engaged in for fun, recreation, or rewards. Sports involve physical skill and strategy. Board games or cards are not sports. Lastly is a competition. Competition is a contest between two or more group or teams. It is the act or process of trying to get or win something others are also trying to get, win or lose.
Good afternoon, everyone, especially to our instructor, Mrs. Mary Ann Lopez. Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Elika Sheba Ambito, B.Ed second year, your reporter for this afternoon. So before we proceed to my topic, let us reflect first from the word sports. What comes in your mind when you hear the word sports? Okay, so sports are a type of competitive activity that are typically performed physically. Different sports need for the use of particular techniques and skills. The goal of all sports is to defeat the opposition in order to provide entertainment. Let us now move on the three main categories of sports. What are they? Let's find out. So the first one is individual sports. Encourage more self-control, passion, discipline, and self-assurance. Each player is totally accountable for his or her own success or failure, whether they win or lose. Sports played individually are also referred to as solo sports. These are individual sports that one performs. Individual sports are characterized by the absence of teammates on whom participants can rely to accomplish the primary goal. Since they are unaffected by the advancement of other competitors, individual sports allow participants to progress at their own pace. So here are the examples of individual sports. This includes boxing, wrestling, golf, fencing, martial arts, tennis, and ice skating. The second one is dual sports. Dual sports are those in which two competitors compete against one another. This is similar to team sports, which are games played between two teams. However, the competition is one against one. So here are the examples of dual sports: badminton, chess, table tennis, tennis, and volleyball. The third one is team sports. Any activity in which participants cooperate to achieve a common goal is a team sport. A team sport is an activity in which a group of people who are on the same team cooperate to achieve a primary objective, which is typically to win. This can be accomplished in a variety of ways, including by outscoring the opposition. In order to achieve their goals, team members define goals, make choices, communicate, handle conflict, and solve problems in a positive, trusting atmosphere. So here are the examples of team sports: basketball, volleyball, water polo, handball, cricket, baseball, and the various forms of association, football, double tennis, and hockey. And now, let us talk about choosing a sport. The following are the considerations that will guide an individual in their choice of sports. The first one is weather extremities. So this is for an outdoor sports activity. Number two, enjoyment derived from the activity. So this include your enjoyment that you can get from the activity. Number three, previous activity tried and enjoyed. So you can consider your previous activity that you have tried already. Number four, financial capacity or budget. Activities like scuba diving, golf, and ice skating needs financial budget for the equipment. So of course, when you have your chosen sport, we must have to consider that you have enough budget for the equipment that you need. Number five, state of health and level of fitness. So when we are engaging in sports, we have to stay healthy and physically fit. Number six, other alternative activities that will give motivation. Next is the things to consider in planning a training or practice. Number one is the preparation or planning. So we have the date, time, and duration of training or practice. So from there, we must have to follow the schedule and be prepared in our training. Objectives and goals. So we have to set goals and objectives in order for us to achieve. Equipment needed during training and practice. So we must have to prepare the equipment that we are going to use during training or practice. And that would be all, and I hope you've learned something from me. Always remember the three main categories of sports: the individual sports, dual sports, and team sports. So thank you so much for listening, and God bless us all.
Good afternoon, everyone. My report for today is all about health related and skills related fitness in sports activities. First is health related physical fitness. Health related physical fitness are aerobic capacity, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition of an individual. This fitness involves exercise activities that you do every day. For example, jogging, running, jumping, and etc. to improve your physical fitness and stay healthy. For example, gusto mo man na maging healthy, so you must do the exercise. You need to exercise to maintain your fitness. And particularly in the categories of cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility, muscular endurance, and body composition. Next is skills-related physical fitness. Skill-related physical fitness is sometimes called sports fitness. The skills-related fitness is called as such because people who practice them find it easy to achieve high level of performance in motor skills. There are six components of skills-related physical fitness. These are agility, balance, coordination, power, reaction time, and speed. This consists of fitness components that are important to success in skillful activities and athletic events, and may not critical to improve health. So there are six skills related physical fitness. These are agility, balance, coordination, speed, power, and reaction time. So kanina kasi sa health related, you need to maintain your healthness, na kung gusto mo, halimbawa, yung weight mo, gusto mo ganyan lang, is you need to maintain. Yun sa health-related physical fitness. So, dito naman sa skills-related fitness is, for example, sa sport na basketball, kung gusto mong ma-maintain yung laro mo na yan, you need to practice every day. You need to, kailangan mo mag-practice every day para ma-improve mo yung skills mo at ma-maintain mo na ganun yung laro mo. And for example, sa mga volleyball, ganun din yung gagawin mo. You need to practice, maintain mo lang na ganun ka maglaro, and discover more your kung ano pa yung anong tricks na pwede mong i-apply doon sa badminton. For example, may gusto mo ibang tricks, ganun. So, you need to improve your skills para mas para mas may kaibahan at mas naging malakas ka pa. Sorry. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Johannes Armel Gareo, and I am going to discuss some of important aspects to consider in learning sports. What does one need to know in learning sports? There are some of the important aspects to consider in learning sports. Number 1, history. The inventor of sports, country and origin, and development of the game. Number 2, court dimensions, venue, where the games are played, indoor, outdoor, both, size difference, designs for male and female, and safety procedures of the players. For example, volleyball and basketball. Number 3, equipment and gear. Proper protective gears, uniform, outfits, which also involve safety of the players of the officials. Why it's important to have proper sports gear when playing. The necessary protective equipment should be used regardless of whether it's a game, practice, or just fun. Protective gear such as helmets, knee padding, mouth guards, etc. should be appropriately used whenever sports activities are being played. Number 4, technical and tactical skills. Technical skills. There are basic fundamental skills needed to play the game. These are required in all sports. It advances in degrees or level as players practice or get used to doing the skill. Examples of these are dribbling, passing, and shooting in the basketball, and ball receptions, attacking, spiking, and setting in volleyball, throwing and catching in softball, etc. Tactical skills. Tactical skills. These are decision-making skills or strategies used in different situations during the game. This may vary depending on the trainer or coach, skills level of an athlete, or strength and weaknesses of the opposing team. Number 5. Rule of the games. Set of the rules of how the game is played, violations, penalties, how to score points, how many players are allowed, and etc. Number 6. Officiating. Officials of the game, their duties and responsibilities of calling violations, points, and etc. and regulating fair play. An official is someone who controls the actual play of a competition. For example, umpire, referee, and judge. They administer the rules and laws of the sports to ensure the proper conduct of a sporting fixture in a face-on environment.
Hi, my name is Elijah Flores Aguilar, second year BPED College. So now, let's proceed to Activity 1. Read the directions carefully and write your answers in your activity notebook. So the number 1, write the corresponding individual dual sports in the space provided, the right side of the column for basic skills. So here are the terms in sports. So we have relay, smash, hurdle, match, home run, assist, racket, high jump, strike, and rally. So the terms in team sports is relay. So the corresponding sports of relay is athletics. A relay race is an event where a team of 4 athletes run equal predetermined distances in a sprint race. So, the number 2 is smash. The corresponding sports is badminton. The smash is the main attacking shot used in badminton. It is probably one of the hardest moves to master. Number 3 is hurdle. The corresponding sports is hurdling. Hurdling is a track and field sport that involves running and jumping over obstacles at speed. So the number 4 is match. The corresponding sports is football. Football is sport combination or event in which 2 people or teams compete against each other. So the number 5 is home run. The corresponding sports is baseball. The batter will bat until he or she gets a hit or makes an out. So, the number 6 is assist. The corresponding sport is basketball. Basketball, physical activity participation, aerobic, muscle strength and endurance, bone strength and flexibility, enjoyment. And the number 7 is racket. The corresponding sport is badminton. Badminton, racket sports include tennis, badminton, squash, or any other sport where you use rackets to hit a ball or shuttlecock to play. So the number 8 is high jump. The corresponding sport is heptathlon. The heptathlon sports venue includes a level. So the number 9 is strike. The corresponding sport is baseball. The baseball, striking or fielding. Games are activities in which players score points by striking an object and running to designated playing areas or prevent opponents from scoring by retrieving the object and returning it to stop the play. So the last is rally. So the corresponding sports of rally is badminton. So a badminton rally is defined as to come together for a common purpose, to bring back or to rise in prize is for group of students to cheer on a basketball team. So, that's the terms in team sports and corresponding sport. So now, let's proceed to the question number 3. The question number 3 is, what do individual or dual sports mean to you? For me, the team sports is an activity in which a group of people on the same team work together to achieve a common goal, which is normally to win. Some team sports are played between opposing teams. So, with the players interacting directly and currently in order to accomplish a goal. So, the number 4 is what values or virtues can a sports develop in you? So, for me, the values of virtues can team sports developing in me are teamwork, respect, and sportsmanship. So, the last question, number 5 is, what benefits can you derive from participating in each sport? So, for me, participating in competitive sports has a positive impact on a variety of factors. Along with encouraging physical fitness, it encourages good mental health and enhance social skills. So, participating in sports foster a healthy lifestyle and behaviors that support the body by improving balance, the physical fitness, and strength. So, that's all my report for today. Thank you.